Hey guys, so I'm really excited to share a little bit with you about where I see so much pain and so much healing coming from, like the place where, it comes from. So, a little bit about my own journey, which a lot of people don't know. About 3 years ago, I was diagnosed with chronic Lyme disease. I have been or had been sick for like 8 years, and it just kept getting worse and all sorts of crazy symptoms. Um, and it had gotten to the point where I did a cleanse and I couldn't breathe on the fifth day. And then it started to heal a little bit. And I went to a trip to Mexico with my boyfriend and ended up not being able to walk. My body was just like, I can't do anything anymore. We're shutting you down. So I'm sharing this because there have been so many people that have been amazing healers on my journey that have shared so much wisdom, and little bits and pieces of the puzzle or bits of wisdom that I've put together, have really helped bring me back to center. And so one thing one of my mentors said to me when I was going through all of that, she said, and this is what I believe about Lyme too, and again, these are my own opinions because we hear this so much, and she said, Jamie, Lyme disease lives in most people. It lays dormant because most people who have a healthy um, immune system can just flush the parasites out. What happens to a lot of us, and this was my case, our body is in fight or flight. We have something going on and we're left of center. And so our body kind of shuts down the immune system so that it can work on other things that are more important. So then your nervous system acts up and all this stuff starts to manifest. So my symptoms could have been coming from energy. It could have been coming from emotional issues. It could have been coming from just my nervous system being on alert, because your nervous system being on alert can cause all sorts of crazy symptoms, which it still does for me if my nervous system's on alert. So instead of looking at it as, okay, oh my God, I have Lyme, which I did back then, this is so overwhelming. I don't know how I'm going to heal, all this fear around it. She said to me, see this as like, this is your red alert. Like some people's, and I know this is radical, but some people's is cancer. Some people's is hives. Some people's is depression. Some people's is anxiety based on your genetics, your stew of whatever you have going on inside of you, numerous factors. That's how your red alert manifested. So what we tend to do is we look at it at face value. Here's this Lyme, let me heal the Lyme. Which, hear this, yes, use your inner wisdom to focus on and heal what you need to heal in the way that is most empowering to you, whether it's Western medicine, Eastern medicine. I did a combination of both for my healing journey. But what I'm adamant of sharing in this video, or adamant about sharing in this video, is don't stop there. So if I had just stopped at like, just let's heal this thing, it's friendly, it's a gift, it's love in disguise. Wherever we're so shot off center from ourselves, that's what it is. So my Lyme was, oh kid, you are so disconnected from your truth, from your soul, from source, from why you came on this planet. And so I see it as kind of like playing hot and cold with the universe. For whatever you start to manifest, if you start to get depressed or anxious, and it's chronic, because of course these things that, like, humans get sick, humans have anxiety, humans get depressed, humans go through all the emotions. But if stuff starts getting chronic, it's an alert. It's like you're caught up in something because you're not meant to feel that way. That being said, some of my mentors along the way would say things like, I'm not God, I don't know. Some people might be experiencing sickness because it's part of their soul journey. I don't know, but there is also the option of perhaps you're not meant to be experiencing that, and perhaps you're just really caught up. So I was really caught up in my thinking, in my mind, and not in my essence in my life. Now that's common for most of us because we grow up in this world where we're taught a lot of things that are out of alignment with living our truth. So we go through these health crises and spiritual crises and wake us up to ourselves. So just kind of, I don't know, I just had a girl come to me last night after class, and She was dealing with something physical, and I said, deal with it, but just don't stop there. Meditate, journal, ask, what is this teaching me? Where am I left of center? Maybe this is just a bigger, don't look at the content, but this is a symptom of me out of alignment with my flow or something like that, right? Because our body acts up when we're out of alignment. And that brings a little bit of softness to it. Okay, so that being said, my second point to bring all this together is maybe all of that's manifesting too because what we seek, everything we seek, is inside of us. Now, I'm a human being like the rest of you. I don't feel this all the time. My mind plays the greatest tricks on me. But the more and more and more I study and the more and more I see in my own life and read and all of this, it's like we are always only ever craving ourselves. So ourselves with a capital S is love, is well-being, is compassion, is kindness, is goodness, is resilient, is source. It's just loving, energetic potential at our most basic form, default, before the form, before the thinking. And we're born like that. That's our essence. And then life happens and our brain logs all these thoughts. And what our brain does is it finds correlations and causations in the outside world because that's what it knows to do. So it thinks, oh, wow, I fell in love once and that was like this honeymoon phase and it felt really good. Or, oh, wow, mom, was sweet to me when I was sick. Or, oh, wow, I belonged in my family when I was broke. Or it makes all these connections. And those connections give you temporary relief because you're born like this, right? You feel all this beautiful stuff and then you go out into the world and then you come out of life, out of you, your essence, and you go up into your head, start making all these connections. And then without you even realizing it subconsciously, viscerally, you're just making these weird connections of, okay, well, let me be broke so that I belong. Let me be sick so that mommy takes care of me and loves me. Let me keep getting into new relationships so I feel that feeling and feel alive. But what are all of those things I'm pointing to? Safety, and yours can act out however you act out. I'm giving arbitrary examples, but safety, love, aliveness, that's you. So you go on this quest, on this search, we all do, I did, for finding myself out there. And it's fragmented and it's messy and it's innocent and your brain's doing the best it can and it makes sense. You're desperate. We're desperate to feel ourselves again. And no one says it's inside of you. It's inside of you because we're not a spiritual forward society that says, look within, kid. We're plopped onto earth where everybody looks outside of themselves to find themselves again. And there, one thing I do to myself in meditation is I'll always say there's no end point there. Like you can't get there. Like you can momentarily feel that in a relationship or in your bank account or in, food or sex or whatever you're experiencing, but it isn't a deeper place to rest. It isn't a deeper feeling. So just know that you're human, you're going to get caught up, but I use my life now as a radar for where I'm off. If I feel so disconnected from my boyfriend and I keep using that word, like we're not connected, I'm like, oh wait, you're not connected. You're seeking connection in him. If I'm feeling, unsafe in my bank account or unsafe in the world, oh, that's you feeling unsafe. So just be real suspicious. Your mind's going to do that because that's what minds do and it's going to look everywhere. But it's so cool to start to what's the word I'm thinking of? Dismantle it little bit by little bit. There's nothing you need to do here. There's no technique or program. It's just seeing like, whoa, my mind is it's like just like this cat clawing on a tree, desperate to get up, or just this desperate like, please God, give me relief out there, and it's doing the best it can. All of our habits and addictions, but just to go, wow, that is a wake-up call, like my sickness, a wake-up call. That I have just been desperately searching for love outside of myself, and it can never live there. Now, when you feel it outside of yourself, because you might say, well, Jamie, I do, it's you feeling yourself. So we're either open to the love within ourselves or we're closed from it, and we're not doing it on purpose. Or that's my take on it. That's how I see it. It's not like I'm consciously going, oh, well, I'll do this today or I'll do this today. There's so much confusing psychology going on inside of us that we're trying our best. The more that we kind of see that it's going on, and the more that we can kind of see that it's all love and it's all a gift and it's all this guidance system that's going like, oh kid, you've leaned this way or you've gone this way and you're left of this, and it's creating symptoms. Like, I had so much fear around my symptoms and my sickness, and sometimes I still get symptoms. But now I see it as like, handle it. If your sometimes my inner wisdom says, oh, that's just because your nervous system's acting up. There's nothing I need to do. But sometimes my inner wisdom will say, it'll give me ideas of a supplement to try or an acupuncturist to go to or a book to read. Because our inner wisdom is custom tailored for us. So it might give you some action steps to bring you back to center. So like I said, we're in physical realities. Handle what you need to handle. But don't stop there. Just ask, question, look. Like, what am I caught up in that's taken me away from my heart, from my soul, from my essence? And there is no how to this, but if you want, open up to the love that's inside of you that you're craving outside. I want to know that in my bones. I want that experience so that I stop giving my power away and just sucking people and things dry to try to get. Because again, there's no end point there. There's no relief. There's temporary Band-Aid. Maybe I'll feel better for a minute because my thoughts settle down and my essence has come out again and I'm feeling myself again momentarily. But we play out these weird things. But, you know, this and this can be happening at the same time. And when this is expanded and you just are full from within, you still are aware of your human experience. You're still a human. This thing's still wild, but there's space from it. You take it less seriously. You're still aware. I'll still get angry. I'm not feeling connected to my boyfriend. Oh, wait, there's that thing. I don't have to say something about it. I don't have to play it out. I can let those thoughts pass. Thoughts are transient and temporary. They move. And if there's an action step I need to do, I'll take it. But I'm not victim to the world's greatest illusion that love lives outside of myself. And at first, you'll hear me and you might hear this intellectually. But the more you just spend your life open and wanting to know the deepest love, I mean, that's where it's at. That's what we're all looking for. We're looking for ourselves out there. And it will never live there. So may you know the peace of your soul. May you know the love of your essence, and stop needing to search and seek, because my God, I know it's painful. I know the journey of pain, so I empathize with you and I understand how you feel and how scary it can be. But just look in a different direction, and I hope you find it too, okay? So we're all on this journey together. Have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you guys in the next video.